Listen up.
It's the number one voice of the tri-state. I'm number one. It's Cooking Up 215. So let the show begin.
Turn me up.
Y'all already know who it is. It's your boy Smooth.
It's your girl Amber Graham.
And this is Cooking Up 215, where we get you up close and personal with your favorite artists, entrepreneurs, shakers, and move makers. And today's guest, we have some good friend of mine, the Talk Heavy Podcast.
Hey. Welcome.
We got Devin Wade down there.
And I'm not that short.
Monica. We got Monica in the building. My man GB.
I'm definitely
and we got Slice. Yeah, we playing height games. Y'all can't tell who really that tall. Devin Wade taller than y'all probably really thought. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for mentioning that.
I gave him 5'8" on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? He like, you like 5'12"?
5'12". I'm more than 5'12", man. But that's
you 6
cool.
foot something?
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Come on, brother.
I thought he was tall. That's tall as shit. That's crazy. Was you like 6'2"?
Oh, not quite.
No,
I'm 6'1.5". Yep.
He 5'12", 6 foot.
I'm 6'2".
GB 4 foot.
GB 6'5".
In my mind and shit. Yeah.
He crazy. But I appreciate y'all coming through, you know what I'm saying? I was over there with y'all. I'm glad to have y'all over. Mikasa, Sukasa.
Yeah, man.
Y'all ready for that cooking up experience?
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? We got the chef, he ready. He got some good food for us, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna have some fun today.
Did you say food?
Some food.
All right, now we talking. Pick this show.
We got some info too, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know cooking up, we do our research. We like to dive in. Let's have a little fun.
Nigga found my only thing.
Hey, yeah. So Dev, you didn't drive up until 2014?
Yeah, that's true. Damn.
What?
Yeah.
How? Like,
no, I still don't.
This thing is still.
you don't like driving?
I still don't. I have a big fear of driving. Crazy joint, like how people be like got claustrophobia. She was calling it something else. I got a big fear of driving. I tried to learn in 2006, gave up, and then I tried again in 2014, gave up. Nah, I'm not doing it.
Is it that you scared like all the crazy ass Philly drivers, or
Nah,
you just don't like operating the
One
vehicle?
from Camden, you know what I'm saying? But
Same
but
shit.
it is. But nah, really, what it is I'm terrible at it. I feel like I'm gonna like hurt somebody.
Okay.
And then also, I could be the type person that I would cause the accident or almost cause the accident, but I couldn't have a person like roll down the window and be like, "Fuck you, my nigga."
Would you drive during
because I'm a,
You gonna snap out?
oh yeah, 100%. Even if it's my fault, like
Yeah.
I'll be like, "My man, I know that I hit your car, but you can't call me." No.
So it's for our safety.
No. And I got a lot of great things going on, so I don't want to ruin it with that. And I
With
know
driving.
that's what it will go down. Yeah, I'm
That's
good.
crazy.
I'm good. Yeah,
That's wild. My grandma ain't drive her whole life, and I used to think that was wild.
yeah. No, my mom got the same fear.
For real?
Yeah.
You think you
so
got it
that-
from her?
It could be like hereditary. I got aunts and stuff. I got a huge family, and I do have a
Like
lot of people that
conditioning in your mind.
that's like afraid. Yeah.
How
Your mom don't
interesting.
drive?
Oh.
I should be going to like see all them niggas.
Niggas pick her up.
Oh wow. And you used to go by the nickname Day Day.
Niggas interview my mom.
He one of the niggas.
This is cooking up, man. This is not any other show.
My mom fucked his mom or some shit.
Oh
This
wow.
nigga in the crib, like he one of the niggas. He was one of the niggas. He was out
Got
for
baby pictures and all that. It's like, no, I ain't got no baby pictures.
Damn, that's crazy, man.
Yeah. So tell us about that.
I don't know
That
why
just
that
was like
was my
a nickname your mom gave you?
Yeah, I don't know who gave it to me. My grandpop used to call me that.
Okay.
I don't know. You know what I mean?
All right, we're gonna go to Monica. We're gonna
your
spread
shit
the
about
love.
your shit about to get grinded. We heard you fucking.
I'm gonna look away and shit.
2018.
I'm gonna look away and shit.
That's crazy.
No, Monica Joint was cool. Monica, you from Quakertown?
Nah.
You not from Quakertown? You not from Quakertown?
Bullshit.
That's wild.
It's called Q-Town.
How we get that? Make it cool.
Try to play it off. Had me looking crazy. You know, I gotta check my sources now. So you from Quakertown. So how you end up with these guys being from Quakertown?
She like niggas.
Tell us that story.
I ended up on the Devin Wade show as a nasty girl,
Okay.
and then they ended up giving me a mic because I'm awesome.
Like Mike's in the face.
Yeah, I do like mics.
And you used to play basketball.
I did, yeah.
And you went from like a tomboy to like a whole
Like a whole model, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Athlete, I was definitely like a heavy athlete. I did it all.
You still
Not just
nice at it?
basketball. Yeah, I started doing flag football more heavily than basketball.
Okay.
Yeah,
We was talking about that, like putting together like a flag football game. We should probably do that.
you
John.
should.
Podcast against podcast.
Hold on. Oh, I thought you was just saying that because you was trying to see her do the flag football or something. You was trying to tackle. You want to tackle anyway?
Tackle.
I forgot.
I went to Deborah up early.
Oh, that was crazy.
No.
She like, I'm a girl. I'm my bad. I'm like, I'm married. I gotta greet every woman with a handshake first. Like, you don't know miss signals. You know what I'm saying? Distance. Throw them elbows in there. You know what I mean? Dab them up.
How'd you get into football? Did you grow up with brothers? Cause I see you have like six siblings.
I do have 6 siblings. Yeah.
Touches on a bean.
No, I didn't grow up with brothers really. My dad he pushed sports onto us, like he was out of trouble and everything.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's super hard.
That's different. The flag football thing, that's dope for a
No,
girl.
that was like the best experience I've ever had. We went
That's
to like
fire.
regionals, all kinds of stuff.
Better than Talk Heavy?
I feel like the girls would be so competitive.
That's a trick question. That's a trick question. Don't fall for it.
Damn.
Played the fifth.
And that's crazy. So you play football and you coach.
My dad, yeah.
Your dad?
Yeah, Coach Football.
Yeah, you coach the Aztecs. You coached a couple teams.
Yeah.
And you used to rap as a kid.
No, you didn't.
I swear to God,
Yo, Slice holding this shit.
I swear to God, the niggas behind the
They do not look like fair agents. They do not look like fair agents.
Ain't tell me that.
No, there's some crazy.
Yeah, I'm out.
Ain't tell me that.
What's your rap name?
I can tell you what his name was. Casper G.
You used to do the Swag Boy anthem.
Oh
yeah,
yeah. So, I coached football. I was the #1 coach in the country.
Yeah, I
for
heard.
like,
Yeah,
for like
definitely.
7 years.
That's
So,
fire.
coached on ESPN like 7 times. So yeah, the Swag Boys was the #1 youth team in the country.
That's hard. And you
For
rapped.
multiple years, for the record.
No, not really. I ain't really rap.
You rapped as a kid, but I mean
I
that's
rapped
different
with
than
him,
that.
though.
You rapped as a kid.
With
That's
him.
crazy. So hold on. So Greg mom is your godmother.
He's so government.
Yeah, it's my God.
Hey, yo, how you know this shit,
I
bro?
swear to God, I ain't telling you.
It's this one for me.
Yo, that's cool.
Yo, I'm never doing crime because it's gonna find out the thing.
This nigga work. This
I
nigga's
don't know
a
about
cop.
this one.
No, he definitely a cop. No, he gotta be more than a cop.
Hey, GB. Please,
Yeah,
I need
please
a tissue.
explain
I
this
need a
one.
tissue.
Yo, we didn't take a bath together.
Did you poop in your ex-girlfriend bed because she cheated on you? Cheated.
Absolutely. And I made the
Oh
bed
my
up.
god.
Nah, I didn't hear about
So
this.
you put the shit under the covers.
That's a fact.
You shit it on the bed, or you collected it
Like,
somewhere
no,
else
I
and
have
then brought
like
it
I
there?
put my feet on the bed and like
As a full squat.
Hey,
full squat
yo.
joint, then I made the bed up because there's no defense for that. Like you gotta throw the whole bed away. You know what I mean? You wasn't gonna fuck no more niggas.
And she probably still did. She probably still did.
Oh my god. I'm over here sweating, bro. I
That's
can't with
different.
y'all. That's crazy.
It's not as bad as him taking half of his ex's shit. He took half of everything when they broke up, right?
Were y'all
He
married?
took. What'd you
No, so like we broke up. So I was on some petty shit. So what I did was I left.
shit
and
was already
Slice
petty.
helped me.
That's what that is.
Slice helped me.
I did help you. I went to U-Haul with
Slice
him.
helped me and shit. So when I went in there, I just did nut shit. Like I left the dresser, but I took the drawers out. You know what I'm saying?
Like, hey, for real.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, so you
I took
can't
the
use
refrigerator
it.
doors off, but I left the refrigerator. I took half of everything.
Wow.
Yeah, he did a lot of nice
real
Yo,
black.
I
that's
took the kitchen
evil.
cabinets and shit down. You can just see the food.
That's so evil.
That's wow.
Easier.
How long was y'all together?
For like 6 years.
So it was a herpes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I feel you. I feel
That's
you.
my baby mom. So yeah.
So y'all gotta deal with each other forever over that shit.
Yeah, like she was the one. She was like the one abortion that just didn't.
Take this.
Yeah, that's your name.
Yo, you a jackass. Yo.
Slice
Who's
it.
the last Donna?
Last Donna?
Yeah. Who's that to you?
It's one of the artists I used to manage back in the day when I was in the music business.
nervous and stuff.
Yo.
What?
Is that the real answer? Is that the real
Juice in his
answer?
face.
I feel like that's the right answer.
I don't know how you find this.
I don't know. All right, so it's also my ex-girl.
This about to be bad.
Okay.
Okay.
But it's the facts, both answers.
Okay.
That was his girl too.
I just said
He said.
Tell me the other part.
That was your favorite girl?
no, my current girl is my favorite girl.
Smart.
Okay.
That was a good answer. I ain't really got a girl right now. That's my bad. Okay, cool. Good answer.
Oh, shit.
His face red as
No,
shit over there.
we good friends still to this day.
Yes,
Okay. That's all right.
I'm sorry, I turned red. Yeah, she got real that fast.
That nigga was Dominican.
And the dad was Brian Patton. He was a boxer.
Yeah, he's
He
pro boxing.
Pro boxer,
He
yeah.
got knocked out one time.
called him the Giant Killer.
Yeah, he beat a lot of good people up though.
That's all right.
Yeah. I only got teased in school once.
You just bring your pop up
kids
there?
No, kids, man, they mean. Your pop
They
knocked
is.
out. It's like, I knock you out like that nigga did your pop.
Hey,
That's
yo,
like, you know what I'm
kids is
saying?
hard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you get that type shit, then you
Oh
fight.
yeah, that's wild. Yeah, you got a boxing nigga.
I
You
just
got
need to know where
Sean.
y'all getting this shit from.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah, that's
have.
wild.
I got a couple bitches I need y'all to look up.
Listen, we you know, shout out Fame. That's the other half of our show. She do a lot of research for us, and she give
Her
us
name
some,
Fame.
yeah, she give us a lot of good
Man, we
game.
coming for you, yo.
She gonna love this though. She gonna love y'all. Rich. This is what she live for. She can't wait
She
to
here
see
for
y'all.
it.
You know what I mean? Bust out at crazy. We got a lot more, but we got a long show, so we ain't even gonna stress all that. So, Talk Heavy was originally a segment.
Yeah.
So what made y'all go full podcast with it?
So Talk Heavy was basically started out in like 2014. It was basically just a platform to basically just show how lit our football team was. You know what I'm saying? So we were basically it was originally supposed to be like a youth ESPN type thing. We originally bought the idea to Dev. That's what it originally was started to be. So it used to be in 4 quarters like a football game.
Right.
And then what wound up happening was you start to realize that you know what I mean, you got so much other interesting things in your life, that's only one part of your life. So what started to happen is we started to talk about sports for like 5-10 minutes, and then we started talking about other shit for like an hour.
Yeah, but the
Right.
thing was, because it was in 4 quarters, we could tell when certain quarters people went crazy over. You know what I'm saying? So then we started talking more about those topics instead of the sports.
I mean, really, what it was they was telling the truth behind what the coaches really do in those positions, which is
talking
they
about
fuck
Like fuck the
the
kid's
moms.
mom.
Yeah, we was fucking.
Our first episode was called Coochie for Coaches.
Yeah, we was fucking
Really?
kids' moms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what was more interesting. Is like, man, fuck the game. Whose
Yeah, they
mom
don't care
y'all
about that.
fuck?
Yeah, because
So that should really be like that, like how in the movies and the moms talking to the coaches and shit like that.
any like for real, like any like nigga you out here that you see coaching, it ain't because he like kids.
Stop that shit.
Because he like kids, mom.
Kids, bro. It's
Chop up
the
the milk.
women. It's because
Milfs.
it's
The milfs.
when women see you. Sometimes women see you in a position of power like that, and they see you have
That
like
influence.
like the
Kids
influence
are
over
looking
their
up to
kid.
you and stuff.
Right.
They
Shit
look
like
past
that.
your height.
Yeah, that's
Hey, yo.
everybody the same size laying down.
Yeah, or sitting in these chairs.
Oh shit.
Yo, it's wow.
The whole show is just based off this one mom that me and Slice both fuck.
The show is not about her. He's a fucking
Hold
liar.
on.
yo.
I gotta hear
Yo,
this
he's
story.
a
I gotta hear this story.
Slice, tell us.
Can we
No,
hear
we
this
can
story?
talk about anything. Let's talk heavy here. You can say we can talk about whatever. The show is not based about her, although we did fuck the same mom.
How
This next season, he left and went to another team. So I had to hold it down for him.
So yeah, Slice got the second.
Slice got the
I got
second
seconds.
second
Second
slice. Oh my god.
Yeah, true story.
All right. So Dev, I know the world, know that you were originally a part of $1 Million Worth of Game. How did that situation start to begin with?
I mean, I know Gil for like a decade. So I've did shit with him. His old album, like I think the joint was called something High. I forget what it was, but I was on that album. We'll record at my studio sometimes or do features for people because I own a facility in Pensacola, New Jersey.
Okay.
So he would come over there and record and shit like that. So when Low came home and they started bubbling and doing their thing. Remember, he would have his segment that he would do for like a minute in the bed with his girl, and that's where he would do his joint. So I guess when they got in the mindset of like they wanted to do a show, they ended up coming over to my spot for a photo shoot, and at that joint they saw how I had all of my shit set up, and was like, yo, Lo was like, yo, could you produce a like actual show for us? And I was like, yeah. That's pretty much how it was. But Gil was telling him, like, I've been telling you about Dev. Right. You wanted to do it in Philly and this, that, and the third. Like, I've been told you. And then we just cooked it up from there.
You got the voice down pat.
I mean, you be around niggas. You know what I mean? You be around, I mean, and I naturally do that. Like, when I'm telling the story, I can't help but to say it in the way that people say it. But, and then it just went from there. And then I just went into designing the sets. Because I was already doing like production type shit behind the scenes already, and I was also doing it for like up and coming shit, you know what I mean? So it just fell into place, and I think it was also about it being the right time. Like right now everybody got a podcast, but before $1 million worth of game, it was only Joe Button, Nori, and them doing what they was doing. People couldn't name a bunch of podcasts before that point. So I already knew that the podcast space was going to be like, this is going to be the next rap where everybody's going to want to do it. I was just on it first. You feel what I'm saying? Right. Yeah.
So was there a reason for the separation, or was it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, people know because the story is out there so much. And I only answer it because somebody asked me. You know what I'm saying? Asked me. So when we did what we did and we worked on our the show, you come in there like this. It's the same way niggas do when they rapping and they doing whatever. We on here on a handshake. We already know each other.
We just fucking with each other.
We know each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a family thing, and that's how it's always presented. We family. Right. But once it progressed and it started to build and then it caught that momentum, at a certain point there was, discussions being had about, because let's be clear, when we was first looking for like situations, it was business meetings. I was there. We was there all talking. Together. Yeah, because let's be honest, like as far as articulation, I can't judge people's intelligence level. I'm not a fucking professor. But we're talking about to sit there and speak with those people, the most articulate person is me. So I was in that. That's what I was doing. Right. But sometimes I feel like once people feel like they got the sauce and they know how to do it, it's like, all right, now I see how all of this works. I know how I do it now. We could leave boy at home. Now, just being honest, we could leave boy at home. I don't need to do that now. That's when situations get cooked up without you. All right, cool. The situation get cooked up. I'm just asking now, all right, where do we go from here? What's going to be our scenario? How are we working this out? People will want you to be around not even knowing how you're going to get paid. But a lot of people, to be in a lit situation, they'll stick around and just get fed. Whenever they feed me, I guess I'll eat then. But I wasn't in that position. I was already in a cool position. I own this building. I own the facility.
Right, you was already there for
yeah, and when I say dev, it's like I'm already self-sufficient. I haven't worked for anybody in over a decade, you know what I'm saying, anyway. Right. So the same reason why I didn't need money from the initial show, I'm like, I get my bread when we get a deal. I don't need to get the sponsorship money that comes in from a Springfield Hyundai or Boyd's Funeral Home or all the places that was already mentioned on the show beforehand. I didn't need none of that because I'm self-sufficient here. Right. I know the big payoff. But when that big payoff comes, I think it's hard. Let's make the even number. I think it's hard for people. And it seems like a person wants to say, yo, if $3 million come, I'll give you this. I'll give you 300 bands until that 3 million is there. Right. And now you start looking like, damn, I gotta give, because it's 5 people in the back, like all in the background. Right. So it's like, damn, I gotta give him 3, him 3, him 3. Now it's a whole M missing. Right. nah, people gonna start looking for ways that they could cut you out. But it's even before that. You know, when you want to break up with a woman, you'll start doing shit. Like, I don't give a fuck if you love cheesesteaks. She know you love cheesesteaks, so she bring you a cheesesteak.
Right.
But now it's like, yo, it's like you brought me like 3 cheesesteaks this week, man. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, it's like, dog, I brought you a cheesesteak because you like it. Now everything you do is wrong. But it's like, what? Yeah. It's like, well, what's happening though? It's something there.
It's a bigger thing. It's a bigger issue. Then
what happens is you start getting them calls, them congratulations about something you don't know about. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my homie Jervis Peterson. He was on the first season of Survivor. He was the first person that hit me up because he heard from somebody that worked with Lowe. He like, bro, congratulations on the deal, bro. You talked about this from the beginning. Like, because I was telling him from the conceptual stage, because we had a separate podcast called Party Nerds. So he was so happy for me. I'm like, bro, that's a rumor. That ain't true. He like, word, my people's just told me that. My people in Mirror just told me that this was the deal. I'm like, nah, dog, we just grinding still. Then then it came out, then that thing came to light, and it was just a lot of things. Like I said in my other interviews or the statement that I made back, I explained that people was like, yo, there ain't no money. It's internet shit. You tripping, Dev. It's not real. And then I seen the contracts.
Right.
Because we're doing business. You're doing business on the same email we use to upload. We're the uploaders.
Right.
We're the people. We're the computer nerds. So it's like if you're doing that, it's like, oh, what's this right here? Whoop. Oh yeah, $3.1 million. But my brother, my friends, is looking at me face to face, telling me, but with passion, ain't no $3 million, Dev. You want nut shit. And I'm sitting and I'm like, but you actually feeling it because it's your man.
Right.
This your man, so you like, am I really bugging? But then when you see that, you like, damn, niggas will really
do that.
Passionate. Probably walk out. Yo, you killed that, cuz. You know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for me, what was good though was no matter what, when you in a situation like that, you don't want to be in a situation where there's bad energy. Thanks. You got to work with people. Your egos is bumping. Sometimes people outgrow each other, good or bad. Them dudes went off and did what they did, and they deserve everything they got because that success is based on those dynamic characters. At the same time with me, that don't mean that I don't feel like I deserve.
You deserve something from that.
Now what happens is, rather than me go about my shit and say, well, I'm gonna just go about it the legal way and get my shit, because I mean, I'm obviously there. You see me on the footage. It's 48 episodes of me. I just went a different route because I believed in myself. And those news reports that came out, somebody of big importance with a whole lot of money saw what was going on, did the type of research y'all doing where they found out everything I do, my inner city work in Camden, New Jersey, all of that. And they hit me and said, yo, I want to put you on. They put me in a position where now I get these 6-figure deals for other podcasts, and I do podcasts for the prison system and Securus Networks.
That's hard.
Yeah. So either way, I ended up
where you should be,
where I was supposed to be. Yeah. It just should have came through your family, through my
you feel like it's always that thing where it didn't have to go down like that. You know what I mean? I think that's one of the problems we always face in our community is like, we just had Wolf up here and we was talking accountability. Like, people hate taking accountability. It's like, take accountability and communicate. You could be real. You could keep it a bean. You know what I'm saying? Have that hard conversation. Look, listen, this is what we want to do. This how we want to do it. This is what we willing to give you to say slide. Especially, you're going to get that and then slide and not even say break bread.
So to be clear, just to be clear, if you look at the history of that, when we separated our own way, I didn't say anything. Right. There was multiple episodes of that show that came out, and it just was in a different place because I owned the place that it was in.
Right.
People started rejecting those episodes, asking where I was. It wasn't for weeks until he made that rant. So it really wasn't about anything I did. I didn't do anything. Yeah. He just needed a reason He needed something to say to answer the people, but I didn't bring that information out. I literally just walked away
and just go and let it slide
and went about my business. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't a situation that only came to the light because of him. But if he didn't do that, then I wouldn't be in this position. Those rants, the things that was made to try to defame me,
right?
It worked for a second with a couple of people where for the first time in my life, people took a back seat. But then they all came back once they saw that I really did have that creative sauce when I started making
your own situation.
Yeah, when I started making other things. So it kind of like, sadly, and for the family or friendship aspect, it didn't work out, but it worked out for me on the business aspect. And as far as like Lo, to be honest, I kind of believe Lo when he tells me that if it was up to him, it wouldn't have been like that. But he got a ride with family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just the truth. Like, just to be honest, that's why you've never heard Lo say one bad thing about me ever. Never. He'd just keep quiet. Because Lo's not as eager to lie. I believe he would if he had to.
But he tried not to.
But as a reason, he says nothing.
Right.
Because he knows that I did nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All I did was work.
Yeah. That's wild. I'm glad you're in the position you're in now.
I am too.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I am too, man. You know?
That happens for a reason. I don't feel like your story is done unfolded, obviously, so you don't know why that happened.
Yeah, I mean, I just got back yesterday.
Yeah, you was out Connecticut
no,
or
Oregon.
what was it? Oregon. That's right.
Yeah, I'm filming like
working on another show.
HGTV type shows and shit like that.
I seen
yeah.
that. That's super hard, man.
Fire.
Good to see. Good to see. You tied up with some good peoples too on me.
Yeah.
Do a lot of work for them, so that's super hard, bro. And I like what y'all doing, period, with the talk heavy. So that's all. We about to get into this food. Y'all ready to eat?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Well, listen, y'all already know who it is. It's your boy Smooth.
That's your girl Immigrant.
We got Talk Heavy, Def, Monica, GB, Slice, and we be right back. Let's go.
I'm Lee. Welcome to Amazing Print and Designs, where we help bring your vision to life. Get amped up with us. We do apparel printing, logos, websites, flyers, graphic designs, marketing. We help you build your brand. You want to start a new clothing line, you just started a cleaning business, a daycare, whatever it is, let us help bring your vision to life. Get amped up with us.
It's our favorite part of the show. That's your favorite?
Yes, sir.
Ah, chef, what you got cooking? You already know.
Y'all already know who it is. It's your boy Smooth, and it is my favorite part of the show. It is time to get into that food. We got my man Chef Keith representing Soul Fusion Cuisine. What's up, Keith?
What's going on, man?
How you feeling, man? I
feeling?
appreciate you. You blessing me right now.
Absolutely.
You got lobster and lamb chop, the things I love most in the world. You know what I'm saying? I don't need the rice. Just give me the lamb and the lobster. We good. But yeah, tell the people what you got for me right now.
Yeah, man, I got the world's famous rosemary glazed lamb with the sticky sauce. Sticky sauce is homemade, home based. You don't even get it from here.
Can't get this sauce nowhere else.
Can't get it nowhere else.
I hear that.
I can't get the sauces. And then you got the seafood fried rice. You know what I mean? Got the Cajun butter lobster tail right over the top of it. And you know what I mean? It's madness. You got the sweet and you got the spicy.
Sweet and the spicy with
the seafood.
With the sauce.
Yeah, absolutely.
That sauce. I heard the sauce is everything.
Yeah.
You said king of the sauces.
Yeah, king of the sauces.
We're gonna hold you to that.
Yeah.
You know we about to see what's really
for
good. Listen, so let the people know where they can find you, how they can get them a meal like this.
You can find me, Soul Fusions Cuisines on Instagram. Hit me up. I'm everywhere. Basically, you can find me at Bar 50, Sophie's, that's over Jersey. Bar 50 is in West Philly. You know what I mean? Or you can hit me up on a personal catering tip, you know. So I'm here, you know.
You outside.
I'm outside, man. I'm everywhere.
Yeah, let them know your Instagram.
Yeah, like I said, my Instagram is ISO Keys personally. But, I don't do no business there, so you can hit up Soul Fusion Cuisines on Instagram. You know, that's the same thing as the email with Gmail. And, you know, we can get it.
Listen.
Bless you, you know.
Make sure y'all hit my man Keith up. I'm telling y'all, the smells, they hitting. I'm going to let y'all know what it tastes like. Y'all know how we do. Y'all already know who it is. Your boy Smooth. Got my man Chef Keith. Cooking up 215. Let's go. Y'all already know who it is. Your boy Smooth.
It's your girl Immigrant.
And we got the Talk Heavy podcast with us. And we about to get into this food. Listen, my man Chef Keith, he came, he blessed us. Lobster tail, lamb chops, seafood, fried rice, crab meat, and shrimp in it. You know, even got corn in it. You know, niggas don't be putting corn in their fried rice. Niggas don't do that. Like, you know, niggas will give you like a little scrambled egg. You know what I mean? A little something like that. But they don't put the veggies in there like the Chinese stores do. So we about to get into this food. It's that time, baby. It's that time. Y'all pick them forks up. Y'all let us know what it's hitting for. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta tell me twice.
We let the chef know how we feel about this thing. That fried rice.
That rice hitting.
That right there.
That's it. That's it.
That crab meat and shrimp.
No, it's rice.
You're not allergic to shrimp?
I ain't even go to nothing else. This
Good,
rice
ain't
so
it?
good.
No, it's crazy. I ain't moved yet either.
Chef Keith, man, I ain't even go to nothing else. This rice hitting, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good work.
I'm about to see what this lamb chop hit for.
Collard greens are good. I don't know when I got it, but.
Yeah, they cooked you up something special.
Yeah. Had to
I'm
do something
allergic to
special.
shrimp. Eggplants only.
That lamb chop tender.
Yo, y'all heard that, right? Eggplants only,
Alright.
she said.
Eggplants
You
on.
talking about this sauce, man. This sauce hitting on these lamb chops. What he say this sauce was? You remember?
I don't remember the bang bang
Garlic
sauce.
butter.
It was something special, but he said he's the king of the sauces. You only get the sauces from Keith, so y'all gotta hit him up and get that special sauce.
Wow.
But the lamb chops is tender.
It's so
Then
good.
That joint
They got like a little
perfect.
zing to it too.
Yeah.
They got a little spice.
Yeah, that thing bite. You taste a little
I have to
lobster.
tell this joint.
You find out, Chef Keith.
That lobster right. That lobster right.
Good.
With the Cajun butter on it, feel like I'm at a seafood boil now.
At the mukbang, turned into podcast to a mukbang.
Yeah, we don't feed our people at our show.
They barely get water.
Yeah.
I barely get water.
We just get them alcohol and shit.
I think I had to split my can of Pepsi with somebody.
They can't got one can of Pepsi and talk at me. I don't even lobster tail.
No, you know, we gotta treat y'all right when you slide through. You
This
know.
lobster tail's so
Yeah, we
good.
got to do it.
You
I'll
can
be
tell
back down
from
there.
the part. I don't even know how you're supposed to eat it. I just ripped the whole tail out,
pull
put it in
it.
my hands.
Okay.
That's it. Probably a little unclassy.
That's correct.
That's how you do it?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know. We just want to pick the shell
Yeah,
up
like,
and eat it
supposed
out the
to act
shell.
like you
I don't
hot
know.
nigga.
Don't they give you like a little fork or some shit?
I guess when you go to them little other restaurants, see, we ain't taking it that far. You gonna get one regular fork. You gonna use it for everything.
You ain't even eat this shit. You
You know
want
what I'm
that?
saying? We might make an exception if you need a spoon.
Eat
But,
your lobster tail?
you know what I'm saying? We ain't going too far with solid forks and all that.
Yeah, no.
They being
That's
cute
it.
over there. Oh, Dad, pass me that plate, bro.
That eating.
What you talking
That
about,
be it.
dog? I'm really over here
Oh,
eating.
no, he
Yeah,
fucked that
that
lamb
be
chop
it.
up.
What you talking about?
GB trying to be cute.
That's the
I got
thing.
original
Over here, we
Yeah, I'm trying, you know what I mean?
you get some people that come through and they be trying, you know, play it cute like they not gonna eat, but they end up fucking it up. It's too good. You can't
I
Sound
gotta
got
bring the
smacking.
plate to me. That's what the problem is. I'm trying.
put it right in your lap. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying,
There
I'm
you
a
go.
little further because I'm on
You used
some.
to having the
You got
church.
the joints all in front of you. You know what I mean? I feel you. Let me get that. But so before we left, we was talking about everything in the past. So
I'm
how
just gonna
did?
come back with just like, oh, so when your mom died of AIDS?
Hey, we ain't gonna.
Like, so I heard your mom died of AIDS in 1992.
We do got a lot of information. I really got a lot,
Not
but
your mom died of
I
AIDS.
ain't really want to get like, you know. I try to keep it chill, keep
You
it
got my
light.
gay uncles in
I ain't
there?
want to dive into everybody like too deep. You know what I'm saying? But you
You
know,
gotta pull out abortion records.
listen,
shit.
we get
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
We get everything. Like we might know something about your cousin. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to your research team. They on point, whoever they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll play. But so how did Monica end up on Talk Heavy with y'all?
It started, I guess Monica could tell probably better than all of us. Right there with greens in your face.
I like when you guys talk about me. When did you see the star in me?
So, we was desperate. Our women rating went down. I don't even know. I think it was.
I walked downstairs one time after doing a Devin Wade show in the nasty girl outfit, which is basically nothing. I saw these weirdos downstairs. I'm like, who are these niggas? Why are they down here? Dev's like, oh, we're it's like a brother podcast. I guess they do, podcasts in the same studio. We were doing a mashup episode.
They don't know what a mashup is.
We did an episode with Talk Heavy and Devin Wade together in one episode. And that's when I was introduced to them and I found out that they were insane. and just said well, first thing that came to their mind.
And you just felt right at home.
Pretty much.
Now
She ain't lead sense.
yeah.
And now they just
Now
rubbed
she
off
just
on
say
me.
a bunch of fucked up shit.
Yeah, it's bad.
The chemistry is definitely there from the outside looking in.
It's my
I
dad.
see the chemistry.
So was it
Wait, is that your
originally
dad?
just was it originally just GB and Slice?
Yeah.
Once y'all officially started the podcast, it was just GB and Slice.
First 3 episodes, Dev.
That was on it.
Dev was on the first 3.
So basically, after Dev wasn't on the other show, the first time that you could ever see Dev again was on Talk Heavy.
Yep, and just for the record, what happened was when things were getting weird with the other show, they came by. Now I'm a Camden guy. But to Camden people, Philly is the same thing. We spend so much of our life in Philadelphia, party in Philadelphia, go to school in Philadelphia, all that, whatever.
Right.
So they came over and wanted to start a podcast.
The week of.
With me. Over here, from the production end, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Using the facility. They were the first people that I told that most likely I would not be staying with that other podcast in the future. And the reason why I said that was I didn't want them, don't come here if you're coming here because you think it's going to relate to that.
Okay.
If you're coming here because you know that I do that show, I'm going to tell y'all right now, y'all be the first to know, I'm most likely not going to be doing that anymore. Mm-hmm. And it was like, nah, we here for you. We here, like we rocking out.
Right.
And then that's how we continued from there. And it was like by like the next week, I was done with the other one, and I was jumping on shows with them.
That's hard.
Yeah. About the next week, I was beefing back home over Dev.
That's true.
What you mean?
I was beefing with. Well, we from North Philly.
We from North Philly.
So niggas felt some way that y'all tied up with the nigga that they wasn't fucking with.
1,000%.
Think about it.
Damn, for real.
1,000%. Slices on the block. You gotta understand the demographics. So it's like Slices from Hunting Park.
Yeah.
They from area.
Bro,
it's cool.
It's like 2-3 block radius. You know what I'm saying? So it got kind
Like,
of.
you fucking with them Jersey niggas, you need to be fucking with Gillie. This the home team, nigga. You playing on the other side.
Oh,
I
that's
had all
crazy.
that, man. But so a couple things, like when I talk with Jay, you don't never get into another man's business shit, right? Because we don't know all the stories. We had just met Dev, so it was just like, yo, you be picking a side. It's all right. Well, I'm fucking with Dev at this point. You know what I'm saying? At this point, I'm over here. I know Dev. This is
where I'm at. This is where I'm eating at. Yeah.
Y'all my homies. Now y'all gotta pick a side. Y'all rocking with me or y'all rocking with the other side? You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't even never no beef with Gillie and Wallow from our point of view. We don't. You really
ain't got nothing to do with that. Yeah.
I'm at Wallow once. After one of my football teams won national championship, and Wallow came down to the field, talk to the team.
Do a little motivational speech.
Yeah. But other than that, I don't know them.
Yeah. I feel like that shit shouldn't have anything to do with anything. I hate the fact that
no, it's not them though. But you know, niggas.
I mean, niggas do nigga shit,
you know
but also just even giving off what he said about how niggas be trying to block certain shit and shit like that. Mm-hmm. I just be feeling like all that shit be unnecessary. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, if we parting ways, you gonna do what you gonna do. Yeah. I ain't gonna step in your way in no kind of way, cause I want you to win, especially given if I'm leaving on some sour shit. You know what I mean? I want you to. I'm a alley-oop you somewhere if I ain't gonna give you the bag. At least I'm gonna give you something to go off and feel like, all right, at least you gave me something. You know what I mean? You put me somewhere.
Being North Philly dudes, right? I hate to narrow the. Let's just say Philadelphia at home. We're proud of anybody who make it from the trenches and succeed. So it's hard to look at and not be proud of those two guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the reality. Like I wish them even more success, but again. I look at Dev's situation when we came through, kind of like when Dre left Suge. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, he was like, "Damn, you know what I'm saying? You need to do this.
Right.
You lost this." But when you confident in yourself, it is what it is. And I mean, no disrespect, we've been who we've been forever in the city. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Whether it's football coaches, whether
it's doing this was like real hard for me. You know what I'm saying? Because in my world, I was the guy. Like I was the top guy. So to just, you know what I'm saying, to just stop doing that. And I jumped into a whole new world where I'm starting at the bottom and just trying to build
work your way
myself.
back up.
Yeah. it was real hard for me.
Yeah. It definitely, like, y'all a little older, and I'm sure, like, some of y'all, you know, like you said, you from North Philly, you got a mix of hood, you know what I'm saying? Was it ever, like, difficult adjusting, period, like, doing this camera shit? Because that's something that the streets will never really kind of give you, like, that, oh, good shit fucking with the cameras. There's always the weirdo stigma with that.
So for me, right, I come from a place where the old heads kept me out the way, right?
Okay.
So I got a couple college degrees. I done been, you know what I mean? So they know my lane is
You went to Del State, right?
I went to Del State, then I went to IUP and got a master's.
I went to IUP too.
For real?
Wow.
The Masters? Hold on. The Masters? I'm just saying, I love that.
I got a master's. So even jumping into when we playing, you know, we having fun and we being in our goof bag.
Right.
The people from the block know the real person. You know what I'm saying? So they know the comedic side from the street side, from the education side. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm currently the president of Pop Warner. You know what I'm saying? I work in parts and right. It's
super
when you look at all four of us, it's a total side to all of us. It's not just comedy. You know what I mean? So sometimes when you watch a person on comedy or the podcast, you see that character. I think, like one of my favorite, Dave Chappelle, I think he's hilarious. But when I listen to him talk, you can see the conscious side of him. You know
right. That's an intelligent, like black leader in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Brilliant. So with that, I just think the real ones know.
Right.
Yeah, our live show, man, a lot of the guys who saved my life, man, Dante Mills brought some of the old heads down who kind of kept me out the streets.
Yeah, live show was great.
So I appreciate those guys, you know what I mean, who might have been going one direction but yet telling me like, yo,
don't do that.
Nah, this ain't the way.
Right.
And that's what we lack now. We lack that in the streets now with the kids. Nobody's telling them like, that's not the way. You know?
I don't even know if it ain't that they not telling them. I feel like the kids nowadays, they don't give a fuck. They don't care.
But nobody's showing them the real way, though.
You got dudes that showing them, because, all right, so let's bring up Low, since we talking Low. Low, niggas stay preaching. There's a lot of other niggas that stay on
That don't mean
Instagram.
that's
You got
good
B
enough.
McFly. Them niggas stay
I'm gonna tell you
preaching.
what the issue is, and I talked about it right before we began. It was on a Zoom call with a bunch of old dudes who graduated Dobbins with me, and they called like, "Yo, we need an action plan for Dobbins High." He said, "I went back. The shit's crazy. Kids disrespecting women, ski bag." I realized, and this comes from coaching. G will tell you, kids do, and they kids still. They do what you allow them to do. They don't disrespect us on the football field.
I've never, in 20 years, yo, I've never been disrespected by a kid ever.
I talk about rapport though. If I'm just out here preaching, it's like a pastor who never come to the hood. I'm not trying to hear that shit old head.
Right.
Same thing. I don't know Wallow relationship with him, but even with Wallow preaching, Wallow been away for a long time, so I don't know if he even have a
If you outside
rapport.
to have a rapport with them.
So I can't go to anybody's street corner like, young boys, y'all need to stop
So you
selling
feel like it
drugs.
gotta
They're
be
not
a
trying to hear this
nigga
shit,
from
right?
the block
Yep.
to talk to the kids from the block.
It don't even
They
gotta
gotta
be
start.
a
I think it gotta start there though. I think
consistency.
Like I was always told that like sometimes like before you could deliver a message, it gotta be something else there that the person can relate to. You know what I mean? So a lot of times, like even when we started doing this podcast, like we would joke and shit. Like even still now, right? We joke and we laugh to get the people attention, but we always try to deliver some, you know what I mean, something helpful.
Something, right.
But if we just come off in the very beginning with that, it come off as preachy.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you gotta kind of give the people something that they can sink their teeth in first, and then you can deliver the message. You know what I mean? A lot of times in the streets, it's just too preachy. Kids don't want to hear it. They don't got the attention span.
Yep.
Yeah, it's either too preachy or people they not all the way in with it. They sometimey. If you choose
With the preacher?
yeah, it's like you gotta be consistent. Like as you saying, stop the violence, don't do this, don't do that, because you know that's the thing to say, or do you really believe it? Can they also see you saying something else that favors the streets?
You watch it.
You understand, like,
Right.
and every time you do that, it takes steps back. You know what I mean? It brings reproach to what you're saying. Like, if you watch me on the show and I talk, you know what side I'm on. You know that I'm like anti-street. I'm not with none of it. I don't fuck with none of it. You're not going to hear me, you know, speaking on the other side and then I like teetering back and forth. And I don't care who there. I could be like, yo, You cool with me, I fuck with you. You could be a full drill artist, but I'm still gonna stand on. I don't care about none of them street rules, none of that shit. I don't fuck with none of it, and I'll say it to anybody because I'm not a bitch. A lot of people really like they really bitches. They think that the nerd person or person that you brought up know how to use cameras is the coward. The coward is the person that's not willing to walk their own path and stand on it no matter who they are. I don't give a fuck. I don't care who you is. If you a Chicago drill nigga, if you a what's the blood stocky nigga that be trying to bully people and shit like that. The other one, the baby Shug and shit. The other nigga.
Blood nigga that be bullying.
You know the fuck I'm talking about, man. Whack 100. Like,
okay.
What I'm saying is,
baby Shug.
No matter who that person is, I'm gonna be the same way the whole time. I don't fuck with none of that shit. All that shit is dumb. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion. The same way you might think these comic books that I draw are dumb. Or these computers that we fuck with is dumb or whatever. You think the boy that learned stocks and bonds and shit in school was a cornball.
No, I don't think the kid. I was a school teacher at CEP in the city, right? And CEP, I don't know if y'all know. It was a rough school. It was all the kids who got kicked out of public school.
Yeah, it's a behavioral school.
It's a behavior problem. So as kids come in the first couple of days, they're going to try you. They're going to test you, but it's about the consistency. Kids can see through that fake shit. So if you think you're going to come out there with the fake preaching and young boy, like they're saying, they can see right through it. Just like we could. We from that element. You know what a motherfucker, excuse my French, I don't know, truly care about you. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, they ran a lot of teachers off. They intentionally like, I'm gonna get this teacher to quit.
Yeah, they gonna run you through the mud. When they see
you still show up the next day and genuinely care and love, they didn't follow your guidance. They're not gonna do it until then. Otherwise, you just, I don't know, you just a dude just blowing smoke up their ass.
So then, where do y'all think the lack is in the streets? Like, where's the old heads? Why they not doing the same shit?
I
feel
like they're going against a lot of like social media there too. Like you got social media, and then you got the people on the major platforms telling them the opposite of what you guys are trying to tell them. So it's like, all right, they got money and bitches, but you telling me to stay out of the streets, and what do you have to show for it?
That's who you.
See, I think that's where a lot of this shit be at. I feel like a lot of this shit, the music, the social media, even down to them, like I went to my son's school. I'm old school with it. My son was acting up, I pulled right up. Where you at? In his classroom. Come on, let me holler at you. We in the hallway, I got a belt in my pocket. Don't play with me. You know what I'm on, don't play with me. So when I'm looking at all the other young boys, these niggas in there, ski mask on. Why the fuck is this even allowed in school?
Right.
Who the fuck told y'all this was cool?
Over.
Yeah, the COVID shit is done. Y'all still letting these niggas run around looking like they about to rob something in the school? And y'all cool with it? I don't even feel safe with this shit. How y'all doing it?
Just creating that environment.
Right,
like this is
making that vibe.
It's the aesthetic. You know, kids wanting the gangster aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? Like even somewhere my son asked me, yo, he wanted these black Air Force Ones. Like I don't know what that means in that culture. What you trying to represent? Because you coming from Camden and now we done moved up to this nice suburban neighborhood. Don't think you gonna get to be the Camden bull. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, well I'm gonna jump in that role. Nah, that's not what we here for.
Right.
You know what I mean?
G coached with me a lot of years, and he'll tell you, like, man, y'all had a guest on the show, is a kid I love, Kai from Jerome Street at one point.
And
Funny Boy, but when it came, I coached both of them as well, but when it comes to Kai from Jerome Street, he was dear to my heart because we from the same block. And so it was important to me to take him to play football. It was important to me to always try to tell him, like, this is the right way to go because I had somebody from that same block, same neighborhood save my life. So to see him doing music in such a way, and I watched hundreds of kids move in with GB. Like other people, kids who was homeless, he would move them in as a football coach. And those are the things, like when we go certain places, you'll see the love that he gets because he is who he is. You know what I'm saying? And you can't teach that. You can't have all these fake motivational speakers come. It's just
it ain't gonna work
effective.
out. And y'all shit a little different though, cause even GB, I know that you was bringing people to your mom's house for Thanksgiving, the kids from the team and shit. Like that's crazy.
Yo, what? Who is this research team?
my Facebook and some shit, but no, yeah, that's real.
But shit like that though.
I'm from
He
Jerome.
from Jerome Street, yeah.
Yeah, shit like that though. People don't do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like an 1 o'clock thing.
Yeah,
I'm gonna deal with you while I got to deal with you.
I say it all the
at the end of
time.
the day.
The thing that made me a good coach, because the crazy part about it, right? I've never played football. I don't even know what it feel like to put a football helmet on ever.
One time.
No.
One time. Come out there as a coach and try to teach the kids some shit. He the same size as the kid. He put all the equipment on. He go out there talking about, you gotta have heart. I'm like, them niggas bringing that nigga over. Ran his little ass over.
Oh, shit.
My foot slipped.
Because I grew up in Strawberry Mansion, you know what I'm saying? And like I'm talking about like during the era of like Maurice Rice, Flip Murray, like it's super basketball. It's all basketball. So we didn't even have football. You know what I'm saying? So then when I moved, I just basically moved uptown to kind of I just knew that I didn't want my sons to go to Strawberry Mansion. Because I raised my sons as a single parent. So that kind of prepared me for
Dealing with the other young boys.
coaching thing. I became a coach just because my sons wanted to play football. I took them around. I was just a dad on the sideline watching. And then it just became like, I just was able to see like all the things that they weren't doing. And then that's kind of how I became a coach. And then next thing I know, it was just like I was kind of running the whole organization. You know what I'm saying? Then I left. That was when I was at Northwest. Then I went to the Aztecs. I went to the North Philly Aztecs for like 3 years. Never lost a game.
I'm about to say Aztecs was dope too.
Yeah, but so that's how I became who I am. Because when nobody else in the city could beat them, I was the only one beating them. So that's kind of how I became who I was.
They start looking for you like,
Yeah,
who that dude that's beating them dudes?
Yeah, so when I went over there, I was there for 3 years, never lost a game. Won national championships. Like, you know what I'm saying? Been on ESPN like multiple times.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So
Come on, Dad, we need the movie. We need the movie.
Documentary.
We sound like Remember the Titans.
The crazy part though is they don't know that. Like
That's the whole part of you.
So
yeah.
one day we was in the studio, right? We was in the studio. We was just chilling. You know what I mean? Pre-production or whatever.
Right.
So I think Slice put one of the games on, the ESPN Jones on.
Yeah.
So they was listening to me talk to the cameraman.
He
So
was
the cameraman from ESPN talking to me.
He's like, yeah. He was like, we played good ball.
Oh my God! You put that voice on.
Everybody did everything they wanted on the defensive line. I'm very proud of my team.
Monica said, "We fucking
I think I recognizing your dad. I'm crying.
Nigga had a polo on. He was just a different nigga.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, GB had that voice.
Yes.
I thought you were saying that announcer was talking like that.
I did
wow.
the announcer.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? Like,
He was a different person.
Whole different guy on the field.
You gotta like kind of set the example. And what I say
Right,
all the
thanks.
time is the one thing.
At the same time, on three, we gonna say, listen, on three, we gonna say exactly what we thought he said. 1, 2, 3, suck dick.
I thought he was going to say it, and then he said set the example. But I thought it was coming. Just because I know how you talk. Because he let me talk like that.
I was like, yo.
I thought it was going that way. And then he said set the example. So it definitely sounded it was getting close.
Set the example, suck dick. It sounded like suck dick.
That's crazy. I didn't hear that coming.
I just think the fucked up part is though is that all of our former players like watch the podcast.
Yeah,
So that'd be
shit,
the only thing, cause you be like, nah, like yo, y'all can't watch this shit.
Yeah.
They put the clues together, like some done hit up Slice asking like, yo,
Yeah, yo, was
did
that
you
my mom?
did you fuck
Oh,
my
shit.
my mom?
bro, how you fucking
mom? With the ladder in his hand too.
Real shit? You probably did. This young was crazy.
Like, for real, you don't be wanting that smoke. But
Nah,
like,
you
even when
don't.
you like in the kids' cribs and shit, you kind of sneak around.
sneaking out.
You're
Yeah.
sneaking around because the worst thing is like that time
It's to
when
run into
you
you.
come out the bedroom and a nigga see you coming out his mom crib, his mom bedroom. Bro, that shit.
That's bad.
That shit bad, bro.
Because that's gonna change our relationship.
You kind of almost got to cut the nigga off the team.
Yeah.
Then you got to drop the nigga off the team. Because you done fucked his mind.
Yeah, young boy.
Like, damn.
Like,
That's terrible.
Sometimes that's the only reason they start.
I need to talk to you about your son position.
This nigga gonna be in a whole scandal in a movie 20
Real
years.
shit. That movie just took a whole turn.
Hey man, some of these niggas made it to the NFL.
Yeah.
What you want me to do?
They need to be thankful.
They gotta be thankful. They gotta be thankful.
Your life, son.
Your mom took one for the team, baby. You know what I mean?
Literally. Some moms come with that. Like, do my kid gotta pay for registration?
Hey, yo.
They be serving it up.
They leave with that.
You know what's crazy? Cause I be like, yo, dudes, right? We always look at females like they don't be on the same type time as niggas be on. Like we give them that pass, like as if females don't be out here hunting. Like they always just to prey. Like no, if they want you, they be at you. They coming. They gonna do what they gotta do. And I swear, we always forget. We act like they don't do shit.
Down, being quiet.
She trying like a good girl. Like she don't hunt. She like,
I think I'm processing shit.
Yeah, that should be driving me crazy because I think dudes, we be so naive. Like, you know, the cheating shit. 6 years,
That's why
they would never do no shit like that.
That's why they make bathing suits. You feel me? Women go to when women go to the beach and they half naked with the ass out. And
they know
all
what they
that,
doing.
bro. They fishing.
But I just didn't know moms was out here fucking for cleats and registrations. I didn't know this.
I mean, cleats, registration.
This is different.
I mean, Lambos,
fucking
Rolexes, it's all the same shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
But if you, I don't know, if you're a single mom, you can't afford for your kid to play. I mean,
I ain't knocking it. Shit. I mean,
I'm just saying, I don't want to be
There are
judgmental.
programs out there
No,
that'll
listen.
help cover your child. I'm sure there's donations.
fucking
People
program.
are
Yeah, but then you gonna win.
You
You want to
You
gotta suck in what you gotta suck in.
You want to be with the winners.
Let me see.
Now you gotta fuck that.
Nope.
You want your podcast to be successful? You gotta fuck that.
You got to fuck that. He said, nah. Don't get that to me.
No, sir.
Don't get that to me.
When you say he bringing up,
That sounded crazy, especially after he said
We were like,
he
good
almost
podcast.
said some dick, and then he say that. That
I'm
sounds
saying.
crazy.
Oh,
They might want you to bring the boom mic.
Y'all crazy. So, Monica, I know you working on some things. You got some things going on besides
star.
podcasting and everything, right?
She a star.
What's up with the show stuff? How that's looking?
What's your stuff?
That we talked about. You
Talk
know?
about the movies.
You know you in movies and reality
Yeah,
shows.
what you got
and shit.
going on? Get the world what Monica's working on.
Don't talk about
You don't
the
wanna
porn.
share?
Not the porn.
Not the porn.
Not
Let me
X.
think again. No, there's some things in the works. I don't know if I'm able to even say.
That part
you
is
know
true
what I mean?
when it comes to the reality show.
Not being
But
able
there's
to
some
talk about
movies that Black De Niro's doing and Kyrie's doing some movies they want me to start acting in. So I think I'm gonna start tapping into some.
Kyrie Terrell?
Yeah.
That's hard. That's dope. Super dope.
But
The nigga that picked me up on our live show.
Yeah, Kyrie definitely scooped her up on stage
He just
and
wanted her to show the strength.
and kind of humped a little bit
He
too.
did
Yeah, he
definitely
humped.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
You heard about the hump or was you part of the hump?
I was
was
a
a humpy,
part of
No,
it.
she was
I
kind
wasn't
of helpless. She was
affiliated.
just in the air getting lifted. You know what I mean?
You ever heard of like a hump rape? That's kind of what it was.
Hold on, no, we're not putting that on, man.
Put the
hump
take
rate?
the R.
You gonna hump rate?
They trying to get booked on camera.
A hump
It's
rate.
crazy.
No, I'm still not co-signing that.
But what that does show is that sometimes women really want to be raped though. Sometimes.
They really want it?
Yes.
Oh man.
Is that true?
By like my man at home, yeah.
See?
Not like randomly air hump
There you go.
rapes, whatever that's called.
That's
Yeah,
from a
Kyrie.
woman.
So what if it's
Yeah, I want to fake sleep a little bit and let my nigga rape me.
All women do. Okay, that's obvious.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, I've just been
Oh,
telling
so
you.
y'all do
I
the
just
fake
been telling
sleep
you.
joint?
Yes.
Turn to the side,
Yes.
pump the ass out a
Put it
little
on you a
bit.
little bit. Yeah, that's what that means.
Think about
Time,
all
nigga.
of
Wake
the
that ass
actions.
up.
Wake that ass up.
Smack my ass, pull my hair, choke me. All that's rapey shit.
Yeah.
But it's by somebody they trust.
But it all makes sex better.
It ain't always
so
by a
we
nigga
all
they
got a
trust.
little rapist in us.
This my nigga who got some temporary trust.
If they like that at all, it ain't gotta be they man. It might be just a nigga that they digging and fucking
They
with.
trust
Come
him
on
not
now,
to
they
choke
wanna
That's
be-
temporary trust.
They don't know that nigga.
They trust him not to kill him.
Oh, a nigga
don't
did kill
know,
a
that
girl.
was-
Y'all heard about that? The nigga
Boy
killed a
did
girl.
just recently. Jay just choked her to death.
Yeah,
Yep.
he choked
No,
her
he
to
did
death.
that
They
shit
was
on
fucking
purpose.
her. Yeah.
I've been choking a lot of
How
years.
you do- by-
I've been
supposedly
choking a
by
lot of
accident?
years, bro.
Yeah,
I ain't
like
killing
supposedly
nobody
they
out
was
the mouth.
fucking and she like to
Ain't
get
no
choked,
way.
and he choked until she was
way,
unconscious.
boy.
No
way.
way you can kill someone by
did that
accident.
shit
Y'all
like
think that was revenge? Like he just in it, and he chose this moment to get his revenge.
Guilty,
Like,
guy.
There's no way to choke somebody to death by accident.
It's
Like
really
with your bare
not.
hands.
He ain't
It's really not.
I mean, what's that shit called?
Suffocation?
Something affiliation. It's
Yeah.
Asphyxiation.
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 Yeah,
There you go. But some people do. They get like a
He had to
little
be on a-
eyes on the
get
back of
around.
their
He
head
had
a
to be
little
on a
bit.
Percocet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
once
he
a
could've
person
thought
is
she was
asleep,
coming.
they're so motionless. It's like
You can
you can
tell.
let the person go. They stop,
And then they would come back, yeah.
yeah, like stop.
They
Yeah,
get
he was
logical.
on
He
something.
was trying to kill
Ain't
him.
nothing wrong with fucking somebody emotionless.
Here we go. Don't listen to this.
Yo.
So what's the future for Talk Heavy? Like what can we see coming from Talk Heavy in the future?
We just want to be. So basically, we just really want to be in our own lane. So basically, the vision originally was to just basically take the social media experience, right? If you look at, like, say for instance, if you took Instagram, right? when you scroll up and down your timeline, you see beautiful women,
Right.
you see music, you see relationship shit. You know what I'm saying? So basically, what we tried to do is we tried to just take all of those elements
And
that
skits.
see,
You forgot the
and
skits portion.
because we used to do skits in the beginning. So you see skit comedy, you see rappers, you see
Beautiful women.
beautiful women.
See people
All-
getting canceled.
Yeah.
So that's what we work towards.
No, we're not gonna get
So
I mean, we're not, but we work
We got
towards
good
it.
lawyers.
we got the best lawyers.
Y'all work towards getting canceled?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's really mainly him. It's mainly GB.
So-
We try to
It's
push.
cancel
We try to push cancel
push
culture
the-
to the wire.
Yeah.
and it's more about freedom of speech, and we talk about everybody, race, creed, whatever. So it's like
Yeah.
We say the things that you guys are thinking, but no one has like the balls to say.
Like you might be like, yo, if I say this, it might fuck this episode up.
Right.
Or it might fuck the sponsor up. Or it might,
Fuck this
you know what I
pussy
mean?
up.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We don't give a fuck about that.
it's like I can't make jokes about black people and not make jokes about transgenders.
Yeah, because it's
Like,
like,
how the fuck we gonna go?
Put it like
How you gonna do that?
Well, I don't
Look at
need
it
to
like
make
this.
jokes about black people, but I can't say transgender jokes.
So put it like
fuck
this,
Right,
right?
right.
If we all are sitting here, right, and we talking, and we, you know, everybody has gay jokes or whatever, and then a gay person walk in, and then everybody get quiet, I think that's corny.
Yeah, it is.
So my thing is, I grew up in a house with gay uncles. Like I had several gay uncles.
Right.
So, but they were funny. So I grew up kind of around that shit. So it's like the only way I know how to include people is like, yo, everybody get the jokes. You know what I'm saying? So
Ain't nobody
ain't
excluded from this
nobody
shit.
safe,
Nobody
but
off limits.
for real, people be wanting to be included, even at the sake of being the butt of the joke.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We kind of exclude people when a motherfucker walk in and then everybody like, yo, shh, they just came in. That's the worst shit ever.
Yeah.
A motherfucker would rather be
Joke
the person
on
getting
it.
joked
Yeah.
on.
And,
You know what I'm
and if a
saying?
person is that offended where they like riled up about the shit, you ain't supposed to be a fan of this shit anyway.
That's a
Don't
fact.
then don't
This ain't
be a
for
part
you.
of this because there are people that's extra sensitive, try to turn everything into a war. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, fuck all that. Like, don't be a part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Transgenders come to our live shows. They be like the first people to buy the tickets and sit front row.
Right.
Like every creed of people that we talk about, yo, they actually love us for it because they kind of being included.
And
Right.
more importantly, on the show, they can feel none of us is malicious. If you
Yeah.
meet
Yeah.
the character, as you know, like we're not saying hurtful things to try
Really trying to attack
to hurt or
It's
attack
coming
people.
from a place of comedy.
It's kind of crazy
Yeah.
to say love, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it is though.
But in so many ways,
is.
it is.
It
You know what I'm
is.
saying? So it's difficult, but the question was where I see us like.
Is it like a platform for people more so? Because I can honestly say that like all the doors that you guys see me like in are because of the podcast. So like I think that they're like, you know, like it's like stepping stones. Like all the artists that come on and even our guests and everything like that. Like it's it's a stepping stone to something bigger.
Right.
They don't really see me doing Talk Heavy forever. They see me doing something else.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, she's the biggest star on the show.
In my opinion.
You know what I'm saying? In most of our opinion, you know what I'm saying she's gonna be the person that's gonna benefit from this the most because we look at her as a star. You know what I'm saying?
And youth. She has we're a bunch of old dudes, so we in the game. Our days is numbered.
Yeah.
So
Shit, I'm probably the oldest motherfucker in this house.
And every person that's ever came on our show, one of the fun facts of our show that we say on anything that we go on, says that they would enjoy and want to lick Monica's ass.
Oh my god!
I did not see that going there.
No, I did.
Every female guest that has ever came on the show said, yes, I would. Even if they was like, I'm not really gay like that, but yo, I would do it. I would do it. Every last one of them.
Yep. I think we're trying to build, and we've been trying to do it for a while. So you'll see us with all these different people in the city. One, because we know a lot of people, but I want to make this like Atlanta or them other places, man. I can't fuck with the Philly hate.
Yeah.
So like even us here collabing, you was up with us last week. It's like
it's not competition.
It's not for us. It's enough.
It's
enough money out here for all of us
Everybody
to get the
can
money.
eat.
It's enough
And
exposure for
and it's
all
not
of us
even
to get-
about another thing. We don't give a fuck how many followers you got. If you dope, you dope.
Right.
Like we say it all the time. Just be dope.
Yeah.
If a motherfucking artist call us and he, you know what I'm saying, he rap and he got 500 followers, but then I go to his gram and I see that he hot. He gonna come rap on the show.
Come rap.
If we don't give a fuck how many followers.
Yeah,
he got,
no,
you know what I'm
I
saying?
definitely feel that too, because I always say just be working. But even when it, like you just said, with us collabing, like I was just talking to C Diddy from TRP and me, him, and Wolf, we got a group chat. We all got different shows. We are not contractually binded in no kind of way, but they dropping gems. Like, yo, do this. I know this gonna take this shit up another notch. Do that. So it's like, even, you know, we talk back and forth. So it's like, that's how it should be. You know what I'm saying? That's what I preach every day, because I feel like, man, that's what we missing. If Philly came together and understood that, listen, as platforms, period, if it was rappers, even the rappers could do it too. The people are the fans, or the people are the people that buy into it and love it and enjoy it. We share them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a fan, share a fan. A Rick Ross fan is also a Jay-Z fan. So now we all come together, put our fans together, we all get bigger bags faster.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? Too many niggas always like, these my fans. These my fans.
Yeah.
Bro, they
the top
the
spot.
motherfuckers fuck with everybody. They
Things go up and
everybody.
down, so it's going to be people going to hit cool points and hot points. If you keep that collaborative thing going, you might have been hot and you might cool off in 2025, but because you kept that relationship and now it's his turn to be hot, when you come on a guest on his joint, it could bring you back. And that's the way people should be really doing
It's
it.
dope as shit. I met one of my idols, and I'm not big on anybody, but the other week, Dame Dash came through the studio. Was rocking with us, and Dev and a few other people, and it's just like, since a kid listening to him, he always had that everybody should be bosses. So if I fall, we can hold each other up, and it just like shit like that stuck. And I think that's been the way me and GB knew each other since Pampers. So it's just always been in us. It's like, yo, everybody should have something. You know what I mean? If I got a lot of money and you don't, and we go out, you're uncomfortable. You understand what I'm saying? If we going through the mall and I'm the only one shopping.
Yeah, you balling now, you buying everything, I'm watching and I'm looking.
It's nut shit. So
Fuck with that.
I'd rather give you some money, or we learn how to make money together, but I'm never going to be the one with all this money. I'm not going to have a rollie and everybody else is fucked up out
If
here.
you're the only person in your crew with money, you corny.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody else, like, even if you're not giving them money, you should still be showing them a way to get money and showing them a way to get on. Like, yo, do this. Take some money, do this. You don't necessarily gotta give your people money, but you can also give them the information. And that's what we the most stingy with. We the most stingy with the information. You know what I'm saying?
All right. That's a fact. And I appreciate that. Dev, you got anything that you working on personally?
Oh man, I mean, I'm working on too many things, man. Yeah. The things I work on, like I said, I develop content for for the prison system. So inside of the prisons, they don't have the same outlets, like they can't watch Netflix.
Right.
They've built their own Netflix type of things inside of the prison. You know, because they try to keep things clean in a certain way. They don't want to have things in the movies that's triggering. You know, a lot of people in there are dealing with addiction issues, things like that. So they don't want to put the movie in there with niggas sniffing coke or
That's gonna
a
have them
million
going crazy.
guns. You know, not thinking about it. I tried to bring MMA into the prisons. They was like, oh hell no. They was like, no. They was like, you know, one of these guards get choked to death. You know, which you can't do by accident, like I was saying. You know, when somebody body go limp or whatever the case may be. You know, so that's a dope thing that I get to be involved in. And then other than that, I'm just producing content for other people and just working my way up through that world. Because of the accolades always build up, and a dope thing about your accolades is they can never take your accolades from you. No matter what I do, how many years pass, I will always be the original producer of M-Worth for Barstool Sports.
Right.
Period. Even once the deal happened, those first episodes people were watching, I was the one there doing those too. Yeah, they was on the phone with me. I know all those guys up there and everything like that. And when people see you do that, and then they give you an opportunity to do something else and you nail it, you still got to nail it. They want to know if it's real. You nail that, and then they refer you to somebody else, and you nail that, and it just goes up, and the budgets go up as well. So even if I never was to speak in front of the camera, I'll always have a place behind it, and that's my exit. Like Slice said, because we are older and stuff, it's going to get to a point where I don't know who the new rapper is. I don't know
where you just play behind the scenes.
But you could be the producer at 70.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's when you live long.
At 70, bro, and you're good.
Steven Spielberg type shit.
Yep.
No, that's for real, man. Listen, I appreciate y'all coming. I really hope y'all enjoyed the meal.
Oh man, tell Keith, man, he gotta come to the crib.
I just didn't want to scarf it down while I was talking and shit.
Oh, you got a lot to tell to take home, huh?
I'm about to eat it right now. I'll be on camera looking goofy.
That shit buzz different too. Wait till you taste that.
Listen, let everybody know we're gonna go down the line. Dad, we're gonna start with Dad, Muda Monica. Let the people know where to follow you at if they're not already following you.
At Devin Wade on everything. I think I'm just at Devin Wade. So you can find me. You can just Google me. I'm good.
You can't Google me, but you can follow me on Instagram at Monica_Mulatto.
I'm GB. I'm on Instagram, G_winner. If you watch the show, you know what I'm saying, that's a part of my intro.
Yeah, for sure.
And on Facebook, Greg Bonner.
Might as well put it out now.
You sounded real cool with the G winner.
If they Google me, you know what I'm saying, the shit gonna come up.
I'm at Slice Maximus on almost everything. Facebook, Bryant, Slice Maximus Payton. But more importantly, go follow Talk Heavy at the Talk Heavy Podcast, at Talk Heavy. I don't know what it is on Twitter.
At the Talk Heavy Podcast.
Yeah. At the Talk Heavy, yes.
That is on some platforms it's just Talk Heavy. Whatever. Just look up Talk Heavy Podcast. Don't look at the fake ones. Come to the originators.
Come to the originators. Y'all already know who we are. This your boy Smooth.
That's your girl Evergreen, y'all.
This is Cooking Up 215, the best podcast in Philly. Let's go.
Let's go.